I usually don't report on rumors, but this ain't the shit, because this ain't the shit room, But this Jeremy Chin thing is picking up some steam. It's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to believe anybody when it's just a rumor. As a content creator, you don't want to get pulled into talking about something so much and then it just don't happen. You know what I mean? But this Jeremy Chin thing is interesting. I will say that. Multiple sources are reporting that the Philadelphia Eagles are in fact interested in Jeremy Chin, as they should be. The need is there for both sides. And I'll explain. First, let's talk about print champs. Let's talk about, you guys going out and copying your merch. I couldn't be more happy. You know what I mean? Especially for the ones that's using code Bully10 at checkout, getting all your Hurt Season hats, your Ski Mask, Howie shirts, whatever you want to get, man. Use code Bully10. That's a forever and always code for my supporters to go out there and get their merchandise needs fulfilled. But what this Jeremy Chin bring to the table? He brings a safety, which is obvious. We need that. He brings a sub linebacker in some packages. He's been seen playing that. And he also will play the slot. He's really good around the line of scrimmage. And I think that, the Philadelphia Eagles need that right now. Now, he'll primarily be safety. I think in our system, we did just go get Roby. But you're talking about making your defense okay to elite with just adding that type of player in the secondary. You know what I mean? You're talking about jumping from okay to elite. Jeremy Chin is a game changer. You know what I mean? A game changer. He could play in any system. He complements what we do on defense so well. And I think the Philadelphia Eagles, if they're having serious talks for Jeremy Chin, it's a number of guys that could be on the schneid in terms of compensation for acquiring a guy like that who can help us get to where we're trying to get to. And that's back to the Super Bowl. So what would you give up for Jeremy Chin? I'm sorry. Absolutely. If you're talking about Quez Watkins in a pick, I'll do that all day. You know what I mean? It benefits both sides. Quez Watkins will have a bigger role over there with the Panthers. They need compensation. You know what I mean? They need to build pieces around Bryce. So, it makes sense. I would give up a fourth round pick and Quez Watkins. You know what I'm saying? Miles Sanders really not panning out. I have no idea why Rashad Penny hasn't gotten the snaps that I think he deserves. I would give up Rashad Penny, as well, for a deal like this. We ain't using him. But maybe something changes with the utilization of Rashad Penny this year. But you got to go out there and acquire this type of guy. If Howie's talking, you know what I mean, to these to the leadership of the Carolina Panthers about acquiring Jeremy Chin, I think that it's worth the wild. You know what I'm saying? I think you can't leave that room without the deal getting done. Howie Roseman was high on him. You know what I mean, when he was coming out of college. The fans were kind of teased with this Jeremy Chin thing before when we were talking about needing a safety. I think this might have been after Malcolm Jenkins departed immediately. We was on a bumper of Jeremy Chin. But, he's looking to get paid. That's something we got to keep into consideration. We can't get a great player like that and use him as a one-year rental, similar to what we did with Gardner Johnson. I would have loved to keep Gardner Johnson. Then we wouldn't be in this predicament today. But at the end of the day, Jeremy Chin, you got to pay him. You got to pay him. Now, he probably won't command top market money for the safety situation, but, a lot of the safeties, that's a position that's being devalued right now. So maybe it won't cost us as much as we would hope, as much as it would cost us in the past to acquire a safety of this magnitude. Always around 100 total tackles. You know what I mean? To start his career, 2020, 2021 was over 100 total tackles, whether that be combined or solo tackles. Last year he missed a couple games, I think 4 or 5 games, still had around 70 total tackles. You know what I mean? From a safety position, that's remarkable because that just lets you know how valuable this guy is moving around the box and moving around the line of scrimmage. These are the facts of the matters, man. With Justin Evans on IR, with Edmonds, you know what I'm saying, when he gets in, we're not the same as when Justin Evans is there. Sidney Brown has missed a few games. You need to fill this void. You need to fill this void. You know what I mean? Sidney Brown will continue to develop. You know what I'm saying? Justin Evans, I don't think he's going to get a long-term deal with the Philadelphia Eagles, but this is a guy that you can give a long-term deal to. Jeremy Chin is one of the better safeties in the National Football League, and I think he meshes well with what this front four does and what Sean Desai is trying to do. So if this is the route that we're trying to go, I'm all for it. I'm all aboard for it. You know what I mean? And if it doesn't happen, I think we'll be okay. But with Evans on IR, that means you're leaning a lot more on Edmonds, and you're banking on Sidney Brown being healthy. You know how physical Reed Blankenship play. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to wish anything on anybody, but Reed Blankenship plays physical. And guys that play like Reed Blankenship, they get nicked. They get nicked up a little bit sometime, and it's a long grueling season. So I think this might be a little truth to this one, man. You know what I mean? You could never really put nothing past Howie Roseman, but we gonna see how this materializes in the upcoming days or weeks. But it's interesting that Quez Watkins is on the injury report right after only coming back for one game for the same hamstring. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It looks like some pieces are getting moved, and who better to move the pieces than Howie Roseman? Let me know what you guys think in the comments.